Hello, everyone. Good day to you. Good day to you. As many people know, false teachings have left a history of great casualties. The psychology of those fallouts can be very, very problematic, and many people are going through a similar situation today. I remember 1992 when I was in a cult and faced the death of the founder. The movement collapsed and members scattered in all directions without any anchor to hold on to. I was fortunate in that I always had an eye for examining what is true from what is false. And it was that eye that recently led me to the truth of the sufficiency. I speak often of the sufficiency, and I wonder how well am I communicating what it really is. I was taught the sufficiency by the sufficiency. What do I mean by that? I mean that while I was meditating about various issues and with follow-up, it came to me little by little. And soon enough, I put the pieces together with further guidance from it. I came up with questions that needed greater understanding through clarifications. So as I speak it to you, I need to make it as clear as possible to heighten your understanding. So to bring more clarity to the topic of the sufficiency or the concept of it, I ask you to join me. I wrote a book called The Sufficiency, 12 Distinctions Between the Creator and the God Person. When the book was published, one of the first persons to read it was a dear friend of mine who bought his first copy. And I was glad for that because I was counting on him to give me his feedback, and I looked forward to it. So when I approached him sometime later, we were about to talk, and I said to him, you read the book, what do you think about it? And he says to me that, well, the Creator is sufficient, and we are sufficient in Him. And that is a great explanation to the book in a few words. But I was looking forward to the depth of what's in the book to come out with his explanation. And we discussed further, but we still didn't get to the meat of the matter. And I wanted that. And I expect to talk some more, and then maybe we could draw out more concept that he could have gleaned from the book. But here, as I go deeper in the topic of the sufficiency, I want to give one disclosure or disclaimer, and it is to say that the sufficiency is in everyone, barring none. That is to say, the sufficiency is in all life forms, whether it's animal life, plant life, or human life. Of course, the way it works in human life is what we are mostly concerned about, but it is in everyone equally. And we all glean from it as a result for either good or for bad, depending upon what we are gleaning from it and putting into practice, because we have free dominion on the earth. The Creator created everything with the free dominion for us to utilize what is in this perfect creation. So now, as I get deeper into the explanation of what is the sufficiency, we need to understand who or what the Creator is. who or what the Creator is, we cannot understand fully what is the sufficiency of creation if we don't understand some basic points about who the Creator is. And to answer that question, we must clue in on how boundless is the creation. We must clue in on how boundless is the creation. On earth, it is plant life, as we say before. It's animal life. It's human life. In the heavenlies, it is other planets, moon and stars, the universe, multi-universe and beyond, light years distance away. I contend that the Creator of all that is magnificently greater than all that. This is the reason everything is created with its own sufficiency. That is to say, nothing is created with a God manager or a God micromanager or overseer. So let's be clear on the following points. The sufficiency is not a doctrine or concept of Christianity. Why is that so? It is so for the simple fact that while Christianity or any religion are a few thousand years old, or in for the point of Christianity, only 2,000 years old. So we find in contrast that the sufficiency is as old as life itself, millions of years old. Millions of years old. If we were to compare the many aspects of the sufficiency, we'll find that no religion has any comparison to it, because it predates them. So for so many years, and for so much for us to consider in terms of how the sufficiency is in all there is. The sufficiency is in all there is. Everything that we see on earth and everything we can glean from our knowledge base and everything that we can perform, create, comes from the sufficiency. And the religions we have are gleaned from the sufficiency, whether right or wrong. They're gleaned from the sufficiency. So that it's easy to understand the difference between the sufficiency and religions, because religions are based upon belief systems, based upon the gods of religion, based upon something we commonly ask our neighbors: do you believe in God? And must follow with an answer, which God are you talking about? Because in India, for example, there are so many. And in China, so many. And we have come to see how these different tenets, religions, doctrines, and denominations from them, how they often contradict each other because they are based upon belief, a belief system created by a human being. We must understand that the Creator is different from the gods. And I point out that above that, the Creator, to understand the Creator, you can only do so through the creation. and we can look at the creation which is observable, what we can see, hear, and experience, as opposed to what we believe and insert our own conclusions. Often I say that belief is only necessary in lieu of proof. What we can prove requires no belief. And so all religions are based upon a belief that is still waiting for proof. Whereas the Creator is understood by that which is created and requires no belief, because what you can see, hear, and experience requires no belief. So it is definitely not a religion, the sufficiency, though many religions are gleaned from it based upon the understanding of those who are using that which is inert in all of us to be creative and to use it to advance any opinion that we have. And such is even the four distinct religions of our times, which is, you could say it is Christianity, Judaism, Islam, and Buddhism. And so we know that they're all based upon a belief the founders have brought to us, and we choose whether or not we are convinced by what we see here and hear from them based upon that belief. And we wait years on top of years to see how those belief systems prove themselves to be true. We understand that we are told, let's put it that way, that God says this and God says that. But we only know what is true through what it can be proven. The Creator is understood only by the creation, as I mentioned before, and the Creator is independent of connections to humanity, because the creator of anything is not necessarily part of the thing. We can use the example of Elon Musk having created SpaceX or the Tesla automobile. We know that Elon Musk and the automobile and the SpaceX and whatever other creations he has created, they have no likeness to him. No likeness at all to him. So we cannot narrow down the fact that the Creator is like us. We have heard, of course, that we are created in the image of God, which God, again, we ask the question. And what does that mean? If we were to say we are created in the image of the Creator, that is not necessarily true, for the simple reason that you can create something that is totally unlike yourself. To say we are created in the image of God, again, which God, it can only mean that the image is His. That is to say, He has the patent, He has the trademark, He has the copyright. That is His. But not to say that a human being and the Creator is the same material. And we cannot deduce that, because the Creator is really unknown. The Creator is invisible. The Creator is unquantifiable based upon the vastness of the things that have been created. The Creator is also unscalable. And the Creator is also unfathomable. So we only have the evidence of the Creator by the creation. And the greatest connection we have with the Creator is the sufficiency created within the creation. That is to say, that there is a perfection that is within all creation, within itself, and that self, if it's human creation. So that's the understanding that is provable about the Creator, and it is the sufficiency in creation. Another point to be made here is that the sufficiency is not the religion of pantheism. Many people believe that the Creator is source and source is in everything. The belief in pantheism is that God is all and all is God. God is all and all is God. But the Creator is too magnificent to be considered an apple. Too magnificent to be considered an apple. And to say that the Creator is any such thing is to bring the Creator down to even lower than the human level. But yet there are belief systems that says all is God and God is all. Because the Creator creates everything, does not deduce to say that He is in everything that He created. No, He creates it. He doesn't have to be in it any more than Elon Musk created the Tesla and has to be part of the Tesla, within the iron or within the rubber. And that is some of the belief systems that we have. And I'm just trying to say that the sufficiency is what we have from the Creator, and the Creator is independent of the creation, anything created. As we look at the everything, including the planet Earth and other planets and the solar system and the universe and the multi-universe, we can deduce that as magnificent as all those creations are, and beyond, not even knowing how far all that stretch, we must understand that the Creator of all that is outside of all that, and having is power and might in a space unknown to any human, or is even knowable based upon our limitations. All we have is an understanding of the Creator through the creation. Another aspect of the sufficiency to speak on is that it is not the power of intention or the law of attraction. We know those are factors that are understandable and from the sufficiency in us. And all these concepts are created from the sufficiency itself that is given in a perfect creation from the Creator, that we can glean certain factors that will benefit our lives. We glean a lot of things. We glean the knowledge of how to develop a combustible engine. We glean from the sufficiency how to create an X-ray machine. We glean from the sufficiency how to create the law of gravity. Well, not how to create the law of gravity, but to understand it. To understand it. All the things that we have created, all the things that we have developed in our advancement, it all comes from the perfect creation in us and is connected from the Creator to us in the creation, in each individual creation. It's not like the Creator is always working. Some people believe the Creator is always working. We don't know that because the Creator is not human, and the Creator doesn't have to work, we don't know that the Creator has to work. We don't know that the Creator has to rest because the Creator is not human. What we are and what we do are created so to be as intended for the thing or the person. So when I speak of the sufficiency, I seek to bring out the might of the Creator in how vast and vastly intelligent the Creator is. That the Creator is not a he or a she, but independent of the creation that the Creator, that self, has created. And we know that that self is so magnanimous, or we could say mammoth, if we could use those words, come up with those words. And we find that those words have a way of really describing the vastness of what we do not know. And can be happy that the Creator is so creative and so forceful and so powerful that even a little ant is sustainable by itself. Even a little ant is sustainable by itself because it has the sufficiency of creation within it. The wise man Solomon once wrote, "Go to the ant, you sluggard, and consider her ways." So the ant is perhaps one of the smallest attributes of the Creator. Yet we see how sustainable that ant is, as well as if we look to the stars and evaluate some of the discoveries that NASA has made and realize that all that and far beyond that is the Creator's doing to construct and in a way that each aspect, each planet, each universe, each multi-universe, and each life on these planets are individually sustainable within themselves. And this is what I mean and what I'm talking about when I refer to the sufficiency. I'm not referring to a religious belief that applies to just those who belong to that belief. I'm not referring to a religious belief that refers only to those who belong to that belief. I'm referring to the simple, understandable element of created life, and that there's no God really, there's no God really there managing the Creator or micromanaging it or overseeing it. Everything that is needed to see to the growth and success of all created life is already in the thing or the person. And so I hope I've given a better understanding of what I'm talking about when I often talk about the sufficiency, because it is one of the most magnificent and wonderful things that has been revealed to my psyche and my existence, and the one thing that uplifts my life in such a tremendous way. And the only thing I wish is that I can help others to understand it better and to apply it better. Because it's not good enough to just understand it. It's very important to be able to apply it to your life and understand that the religions that have been created to harness your mind or to captivate your mind away from such an important truth is what you must release yourself from and open yourself to the divine concept of the sufficiency in you and in all life. I will continue to speak on this, and I invite you to like, share, and subscribe so that I can bring more concepts relating to this magnificent truth. Until next time, all the best, and be strengthened in the divine sufficiency in you.